This year at MWC 2022, Lenovo brought a handful of Chromebooks with them to the show, and included in that group is this, the follow-up to the Lenovo Chromebook Flex 5i. It's been one of our favorite Chromebooks over the last couple years with each iteration, and this year brings the most changes we've seen yet to the Flex 5. If you remember back in 2020, Lenovo debuted the Chromebook Flex for the first time. It was a 10th gen device that had a lot of the upscale stuff that you would expect. At the same time, they were debuting, Samsung was, the Galaxy Chromebook. And so we're looking at that device going 10th gen processors, nice displays, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5. And the Flex 5 showed up with all that stuff in a much lower price tag. Like, it was a surprise device that debuted kind of unintentionally at CES 2020 alongside the Lenovo Chromebook Duet, which we just did a video about the Duet 3, which is the follow-up to that device that Lenovo has put out at MWC as well. We'll link that in the description. But if you remember that device, when we saw it, we knew there's something special about this. For $400 and change, it was going to have most of the higher end stuff you looked for in a Chromebook, and it delivered on those things despite the pandemic and despite chip shortages and all that stuff. When it came out, it stayed down in price. People bought it left and right. I bought it for a handful of family members. It was an awesome Chromebook. Well, Lenovo followed up the next year and made the same thing again. The Flex, they called the Flex 5i last year, and updated the processors, but largely didn't change anything. It still had a 250 nit screen, plastic lower chassis, but most of the higher end stuff that you would want in a high-end Chromebook. Fast forward to this year, and Lenovo has decided to up the ante just a little bit without blowing the price out of the water. So the Flex 5i this time around, comes with 12th gen Alder Lake Intel chips, so Pentium i3 or i5. You get your choice of 4 or 8 gigs of RAM, and anywhere from 64 to 512 gigs of internal storage. But it didn't just change there. They are also offering a better screen, much better screen this time around, a fingerprint scanner, a different aspect ratio, and all the bells and whistles you kind of would expect in a higher end Chromebook, and all this stuff is starting out at $499 starting in June of 2022. So let's take a look at some of these things that have changed, because this does not feel like the Flex 5s that have come before. First up, you get the all aluminum exterior, and they're doing that kind of cool new Lenovo two-tone thing that they do, which I really like. I love the top portions of these. I think it's classy looking, but it sets this device apart from other Chromebooks. Around the bottom, it is plastic. Again, this thing starts at $499, so let's not get crazy here. We got some fan ports across the bottom, obviously, and some fan ports across the back, but the bottom is largely plastic. Around the sides, we've got a small array of ports here, so USB Type A, USB Type C, micro SD card slot, headphone, microphone jack. Then around the other side, we've also got power, volume rocker, and another USB Type-C and a Kensington lock. So nothing really out of the ordinary when it comes to that stuff. Where Lenovo really changed this device is when it comes to the display and a couple of the other niceties. And right away, you probably see, hopefully you can pick it up on this camera, it's kind of got that lifted. I think ErgoLift belongs to maybe Asus or somebody. I don't know. Same idea here though. As you open the device fully up, it lifts the bottom up a little bit. It's going to help ventilation, so it's going to help keep the processor cooler, and it's going to give you a little bit of an angle to type on. Does it make that much of a difference? For typing, for me, not really. But if it's going to help ventilate it when it's on a table, then yeah, that's great. It's cool that it lifts up like that. As we move to the inside, the big change is right here that you can see. So instead of a 13.3 inch device that they've always had as the Flex 5, this is now a 14 inch device at a 16:10 aspect ratio. So it's still full HD plus. So it's still 1920, but now it's by 1200 this way. And so you get a little bit taller of a screen display, and I can tell you that just moving to 16:10, if you're a Mac user, you've had a 16:10 device in your hands for a long, long time. Apple has used this display resolution a lot. It really takes a 14-inch display, makes it feel a whole lot more like something in the realm of a 15.6-inch device. And so while it's still compact and not a massive Chromebook, the screen resolution and the screen aspect ratio really gives it, I don't know, this broader, more usable space to work in. Down below, you've got backlit keys and, the traditionally good Lenovo keyboard. I think they make better keyboards on some of their other devices, but this one's nice and quiet. We put it next to the Flex 5i from last year because I was like, I think this is a different keyframe. I think the keyframe's the same, but they've made it quieter. So it's got a nice feel, same nice click that we've got with the previous Flex 5s. But this one is a tad bit quieter. It's flanked on left and right by speakers, just like every other Lenovo Flex, Chromebook Flex has been. And we tested the speakers, but these, again, are pre-production units. So the stereo separation's good, but the overall sound quality was not the best. I mean, it was okay, but honestly, speakers are one of the last things to get tuned in these Chromebooks, so I don't really want to judge this just yet. Beneath that, you get a couple, again, new additions in the Flex 5 in the form of a massive trackpad. And again, part of that's because you've got a taller display, so you've got more room on the chassis here, so you've just got a larger trackpad. I don't think it's glass. It feels like one of those plastics that's kind of made from like recycled stuff or something. I'm not really sure, but it's super smooth, and it's very clicky and responsive and nice and quiet. So very nice trackpad surface. From what little I've used it, I've really enjoyed that. But then they've added the fingerprint scanner on here as well. And I just can't say it enough. I mean, I love seeing fingerprint scanners on Chromebooks. It's just nicer to log into your device when you've got one of these. And to see it come to a device that's mid-range like this one is, this is pretty awesome to see. And it just makes the whole experience of using your Chromebook much easier when you flip the lid open, touch your finger on there, and you're ready to go. The last thing I'll say about this particular device is the bottom is still all plastic. So that means this chassis part up here, even though it looks like aluminum and almost kind of feels like it, it is definitely plastic. So that means there's a little bit of flex in it. It's not bad. And when it's closed for sure and paired up with this aluminum lid, there's no flex in it whatsoever. But you know, certain corners have to be cut when you're going to make a Chromebook like this and bring the price down. And that's kind of what the Flex 5's main selling point has been throughout the years, is it's a good Chromebook that gets most of the high-end stuff, and you get more of it now. It's a 1080p webcam also, by the way, that has the nice privacy shutter there. To get a Chromebook that has all of these types of things with the 12th gen Alder Lake chips and better RAM options and backlit keys and a 16:10 300 or 400 nit display, you know, to get all of this stuff in one package usually just keeps bumping the price up and up and up. And so you got to decide in certain places where you're going to cut some of the fat. And clearly the bottom portion of this thing being plastic is one of the ways Lenovo did that. But the Flex 5 has always been cheaper than it should be. And this one feels like it's going to be in that same boat, where you're going to get a lot of the big stuff from the higher end Chromebooks in a smaller price point. And if that's the case, if the ones with the i3 and the i5 and more RAM can stay down in price and compete with some of the ones that, you know, get up there in the $700 or $800 range, this is once again going to be one of those easy Chromebooks to go and recommend, especially since this time around with this screen, they've solved one of the big pain points of the Flex 5 before, which was a 250 nit 13.3 inch 16:9 screen that was always so boring and so just kind of mid-range feeling. This doesn't feel mid-range at all. It feels special and unique and bright and vibrant to look at. And so Lenovo's done a good job with both of these Chromebooks that they've brought to MWC 2022. These are pre-production. We can't wait to get our hands on full production units and do full reviews and really talk about all the internals and all the way things are built and put together. But this is a really good start. Again, this is available in June for $499, and we're looking very forward to getting our hands on those full production units. But guys, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, head down there and hit that subscribe button, and be sure and click the notification icon as well if you'd like to be alerted when we make future videos just like this one. Until next time, we'll see you.